Back at the compound again. Well, time to make a video too. You know, like the Dunkin' Donuts. Time to make the donuts. Let me put the window up. You know why? We got a lot of those yellow jackets flying around. Look at that whole hole. Oh, there's a yellow jacket right there. Where did I put the... Oh yeah. I'm a day behind. Got a lot of advice from commenters. There's this one guy. His name's Copperhead. He works at an auto parts store. I think he still does. Anyway, he's pretty knowledgeable, but not everybody knows everything. So he's claiming that the screws for the distributor cap, which what he's saying holds true for a lot of automotive parts, when it comes to the distributor cap, have a screw in there and it's L-shaped and it's spring-loaded, but not on this. These are Torx head and they're about 1 inch long. There's no L shape to them. And the ones on here have corroded to the point where I put the tool in there and it stripped the head. Partly because I couldn't see what I was doing. I even took somebody's advice and I took a mirror that I had, and that helped a little bit, but you have a hard time with the reversing of things. Anyway, this is not a spring-loaded with an L-shaped metal bar that pops out when you twist it and then the cap stays down. There's still a lot of cars around that have that setup, but this is a clamshell style distributor cap. It's got it well numbered and everything. Okay, so you can't just... Oh, there's a mosquito. They're really hungry over by here because right here by the river and there's stagnant water. And so, but the mosquitoes can find even like a shadow. They'll still bite, which is unusual, you know, because in the sunlight, they don't like the sunlight for some reason. But yeah, you know, if they find like a shadow and stuff like that, they go hunting. They've evolved. But anyway, clamshell style, Torx head screw. Okay, so it's not the old kind that's spring loaded and it just twists. And Copperhead was claiming he'd have that out if he was here. He'd have that out in 10 or 15 minutes, which, yeah, if you were working on an old turd like that, sure. And yeah, some people are saying, even there's a guy here on the property saying, oh, take the hood off. Well, knowing the way that I work, I might not be around it for several days or want to tinker with it. That's really bent down. I should just take that off. And as long as it's not interfering with anything, I guess it's good. But that's from my fat body trying to fit in there. Anyway, you know, chalk line out the hood hinges and remove the hood. But you know, I might stop working on it and then I'll have to tarp this because it'll get rained on. But removing the hood won't let me see straight down anyway. I don't know if this video is doing this justice, but see, the distributor cap is under the cowl. See how there's a big indent? So you can't see straight up and down no matter what. Without the hood on here, you still can't see straight up and down. See? Let's pretend the hood is off. This would be the position you'd be able to see in. You can't see this thing. This right here is all blocking, and it doesn't, you can't remove it. It's part of the firewall. Aggravating. Can't see down into it. So the only way around that is to remove the intake manifold. I mean, look at this crazy thing too. While I'm at it, when I'm done doing that, if I get it started, I'll fix this dipstick thing somehow or another. The thing rusted off. That's sort of a problem because it leaks oil from there. Yeah, you can't see nothing, man. So taking the hood off, good idea, but bad idea because I don't see it changing anything for me, because the distributor cap is set back. It's got this, I can't see through steel. So, you know, I'm able to get my head right there and look straight down. It's just the same as having the hood off. And this right here, that's really narrow. And I gotta get that. That's for the emissions. That's for the EGR valve. So it takes the exhaust gas and reburns it. I don't want to break it. I gotta spray some more rust bust on that, because that's my latest hang up, is getting this thing off without breaking it. I need a wrench here, and it's not a 1 5/16. It's something just a little bit bigger, like a 1 3/8. I know, I'm sure it's metric. I don't know what the metric equivalent would be. And it's the same size as this. So, but if you try and turn this, then that thing starts turning, and you'll just twist this metal and ruin that, and you make another broken part. Yikes. Then it'll be really loud under the hood, and there'll be exhaust gas blowing around under here. Yikes. You know, then it enters into the cab, and then you're breathing that in. So, what are you gonna do, you know? I called a few mobile truck mechanic guys, and they want $100 for the first hour to come. That's just to come out. That's $85 an hour to work on whatever, and there's a minimum hour charge of 2.5 hours plus materials. So, you know, I'm looking at, you know, I'm sure they're not going to charge the minimum. I'm looking at $500 probably, potentially, or damn close to it, to change a distributor cap and rotor, and that doesn't guarantee that it will start. That doesn't guarantee that that's what the problem is. So, knowing me, first of all, I don't have $500, so I couldn't even pay the mobile mechanic to come out here. Plus, they also want to know, you know, they want a credit card, you know, information, you know, because they want to be able to protect their ass from somebody stiffing them. I don't got a credit card. So I'm screwed that way. Yep, it's not good being poor. And a couple of people suggested, why don't you just scrap one of that? Won't work. Okay, so I go and scrap some junk car, you know, at today's depressed prices, that's just gonna bring about, you know, about $150, $200. That's not gonna, they ain't gonna fix shit. Ain't gonna, and that getting another vehicle, replacing it, expensive nowadays. So people want a lot of money for their junk vehicles. You know, you go and buy a car from somebody's driveway, you don't know what problems you're getting. You know what I mean? You could spend $1,500 on some piece of crap truck only for it to break down, you know, in another week or two. And yeah, no, bad. So somebody like me who doesn't have a regular paycheck is extremely conservative about, like, you know, moving forward. Each step is very carefully thought out, because if I move fast, I always make a lot of mistakes and I can't afford any. So everything, it's like my life doing this shitty job of scrapping, it's like playing a chess game. And I feel like I'm always playing a chess game against some advanced Russian chess master. That's like life facing me. Life facing me is some advanced Russian chess master who works for the Russian government or something like that, or the military, some prized yeah, one of them kind of guys that can beat a freaking computer. And that's the way I take life. Life is like a Russian chess master. That's my claim, or at least my life is. So ultimately, you're gonna lose. Meaning you're gonna die, or you're gonna fuck up somehow really bad. So ultimately, you're gonna lose against the Russian chess master. But the game is make him work as hard as he has to beat you at his own game. That's life. I don't know, that's not a totally positive way of looking at it, but for me it actually is. How long can you stay in the game that you know you eventually you're going to lose? Because you're gonna die. I mean, how much time do we have on this planet? We only have a certain amount of hours. How much time do you want to spend screwing around on devices designed to make you money? Okay, they're set up and designed to make you the most amount of money. So in this game against the Russian chess master, I want to sink as little capital as possible. I want to sacrifice as few pawns as possible to try and get to the other side, okay? Because I know I'm going to lose some important pieces along the way. I'm going to need to save some of my pawns, right? I'm going to need to save some of my pawns, so because I'll need to get those pawns to the other side of the chessboard in order to, I don't know, in order to stay in the game longer, if that's at all possible. I think sometimes I think that that's not the best approach to life, but who's got the right idea? Like today, I waited around for my kids to help me, and then the daughter is too tired, and then the son, I don't know, he's got some heavy social plans and a baseball game that he's involved in and stuff like that. So I don't really want to steal away their youth to help me with my garbage. Ultimately, this is I guess this is mine, you know what I mean? Actually, if I didn't have a family, I would not have an operation on this grand of a scale, because it wouldn't be necessary. So anyway, this is the tarp that I made sure that I had in place should I need to take the hood off. But I kind of like half talked myself out of taking the hood off because you can't see straight down at the distributor anyway, and knowing me, okay, because I don't have the right size tool to get at that EGR valve to take the intake manifold off. I won't be able to complete the operation anyway, no matter what. This one right here almost fits, okay, but it's too fat right here, so I need like a grinder to grind this down to make the thickness thinner, and I would need to grind at this so that the wrench is a little bit bigger than, I don't know what the claim is here, 1 inch. Oh, in USA, duh. Okay, 1 5/16. I found this old crescent wrench right here, and I keep oiling it up. My claim is, might actually get it to work. Who knows? Spray some more stuff on it. You should put it in a jar filled with oil. Actually, it does work sometimes. Other times this PB Buster, you leave it in the heat like this. You take it and bang it around a few times. Sometimes that works better. Okay. I don't know. I feel like saying you, but you know what? I make a mess out of my life. Why don't you take the stuff straight to the yard? That costs lots of gas. The less times you're at the yard, the less polluted air and dust you're breathing in, because everybody else is doing something there. Some people break free on lines there. There's asbestos dust all over the ground because people are busting stuff that they really shouldn't be breaking down. Oh yeah, that's a killer actually, to be a scrapyard all the time. It's bad. Bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad. Very bad. I almost want to put my scrap into here, because maybe that might motivate me to get this stupid thing running on a little bit faster track, because you know the sun is straight up in the sky right here, so it's around noon, and I don't think I'm going to be making any money today. By the time I get to the yard, it'll be about closing time. I got rid of that amazing stack of pallets yesterday. I should have made a video of it, but lately I've been just too damn busy to make videos, so videos are made when I'm picking up scrap or cogitating, you know, like thinking about, well, you think too much. Yeah, I think I do. I was trying to think of the next move, like pipe wrench to remove the brass and the copper off of those. As I'm yapping them, that's what I'm thinking. I gotta take that off, stuff to bust. And I'm also thinking about all the time I wasted waiting for my kids to come here and help, and the amount of time that I waste waiting for them to come and help is the same amount of time that I could be doing it all myself and probably get more done. Just doing it all by myself, waiting to deal with them and their bullshit. You know what I mean? It's just pretty hard to live the dream and do it all yourself. You need to get somebody there to help you. Yeah, you know, trust no. Look at all those mosquitoes. They've evolved. They know that something warm-blooded. They're not hanging out by the wall. They're hanging out by the door. Where did I put the wire? I'm a dumbass. Huh, it's all in here. I also gotta get going on this piece of junk right there. Get that going, and I get that thing going. Wow, look at the size of that wasp. There's a huge wasp nest inside here somewhere. Anyway, I get that going, that will help out quite a bit because I could use that as a loader. You know, fill that thing up. I know it's not ideal. It's definitely not the big yellow. And it's definitely not, you know, the white one. But when you have like no funds, which is a reoccurring theme for me, okay? So I could scrap the other pickup truck, and that would bring me a couple $100, but that couple $100 would be gone. It would be gone, eaten up, and my poverty situation would still be exactly the same, because I've scrapped about 10 vehicles because people constantly like, you don't need that, you don't need that, you don't. I'm like, it's not gonna make any difference. Matter of fact, as time goes by, I'll probably be worse off because I'll be like, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. Like, I had a long bed S10 pickup truck parked at the other storage lot, and I should never have scrapped the damn thing, because now I really miss it, because that thing was ideal for days when there's not a tremendous amount of scrap out there, but it was still worthwhile scrapping. You know, I got a lot better gas mileage than the big beast that I drive around. Let me tell you, you got 20-something miles to the gallon rather than 8 or 12. And there's this other channel called Trinket Goblin. I'm sure a lot of you guys, he sells his lawnmowers and power equipment to some. He's got buyers and stuff like that. And I've had 3 buyers doing the same thing. They would come and pay, they pay what I call wholesale prices for the bikes and power equipment and stuff like that. And all 3 of them, I try and call them to see if they still are breathing, if they're still around. Nope. They don't want to buy my crap anymore. They found other people to buy from. So my stuff's too shitty for them, or they found somebody else that they'd rather deal with, or they're trying to use that as leverage to knock my prices down. It's my time, man. My time, my gas, and all that to go find that crap that actually kind of works, but doesn't really work. It's sort of not really good enough for a flea market or garage sale, but better than scrap. So most people are going. So there that shit sits until I get so pissed off that I end up just scrapping them. You know, like when the prices go higher, I'll probably get so agitated that I'll just load them up and before I, pitch them off at the scrapyard, I'll take a sledgehammer to them and bust them up so somebody can't just make off with the stuff. Because that's what these people around here do. They wait for you to get so aggravated you throw it off of your truck, and then they go and pick it. And that ain't cool. You know what I mean? Like something like this that just needs a little bit of work. Somebody would buy that, but my buyers, they all deserted me, 3 of them. Yeah, so it's aggravating. That's why I have a junkyard mentality, and my primary focus here really is not reselling, because reselling is such a pain in the ass that people that are all stoked on reselling, either they have the greatest luck with it or they got so much experience with it that they're really good at it. And I'm just not a salesman. I have to be honest with myself. But you know, sometimes the stuff is too good to just scrap out, because you know it just needs some work and stuff like that. But I'm the kind of guy that doesn't have the time or the patience really to work on stuff. So you know, I'm sort of in that weird place in life where, and do I want to monkey with it, and I could spend my whole day monkeying with it, and then the results turn out negative. You know what I mean? Like you don't actually get it running, or if you do get it running, it's not running right. You just